write my feelings down and then talk about it. So, bear with me here. Good evening. My name is Chris Bonilla, and if the tuxedo didn't already give it away, I'm a friend of Cole and Ashley's. I'm glad you all could make it tonight. I didn't really have a choice. And I had to pay $250 to rent this sweatbox. So I wasn't going to speak tonight. Just Cole told me there's probably going to be like a lot of people that want to say nice things, shit about us, and try to keep it under 2 minutes, or whatever he said. So I'm going to try and keep this short and finish quickly, like what Ashley's used to. Before you all chastise me, Cole, chastise means punish or reprimand. So before you all chastise me, earlier this week, Cole and Ashley were hanging out at our house, and I specifically asked Ashley if I spoke, is there anything that's off limits? And she said no. So blame the bride. In antiquity, Cole, that means ancient history. In antiquity, sacrifices were made at the altar. A practice still continued today. Just ask all the married men here. To the wedding party, you all look fantastic. I'm humbled and grateful to be a part of this great group of people. Ashley, you're a stunning bride. This may take just a little longer than 2 minutes, but I'm confident you'll enjoy it, and Cole will not. Cole and I met at Northwest Motorsport about 7 years ago. I was in finance and he was a salesman at the time. At Northwest, we often worked long hours and all the managers had store keys. So sometimes after a long day, I'd go over to the gas station next door and grab a six-pack. I'd come back to my office, lock up the store, and turn off all the lights. I'd crank up the music, have a few drinks, and package up all my deals from the week so I didn't have to come in on my days off. It was one of those nights that Cole asked if he could stay late with me to see what it is that I do. I could tell he had the drive and attention to detail to be a finance manager, so I took him under my wing. I taught him everything I know, and if he's ever worked for you before, I taught him everything he knows. You're welcome. Cole's an absolute beast in the box, and I couldn't be prouder of him as a finance manager. As a friend, though, he's made some questionable decisions. He's been towed on a sled behind a vehicle in snow and ice at 1 o'clock in the morning. Josh was there. He's been drunk to the point that I couldn't understand the words coming out of his mouth. At the bachelor party, relax. See all the guys at the bachelor party tense up? At the bachelor party, he lost his truck keys the first night, and then thought it would be a good idea to call and wake Ashley at 2 o'clock in the morning so that she could help him find his keys. Like she's gonna know where you put your car keys from 100 miles away. I just remember him reassuring everyone, no, guys, she's got the best ideas. He's broken at least 2 limbs in the past few years. He's had surgeries, physical therapy. Most recently, he burned the tip of his penis on a tanning bed. Ashley said, I'm honestly shocked he's physically standing here today. Anyhow. Working together at Northwest Motorsport is where our friendship really started. But it wasn't until after he moved to the Linwood location and then came to Sunset Chevrolet with me that our friendship really started to grow. I introduced him to my wife and my 2 boys, and we naturally started hanging out a lot more. He's now family. He's welcome in our home at any time or at any hour. He's allowed to come in without knocking, and we often cook for him and or send him home with food. So we basically found a stray dog. It wasn't until we started hanging out together outside of work, and I had heard about some of the parties he had gone to with Marcus and some people from Northwest, that I started thinking to myself, he knows I'm not gay, right?
Oh, you're screwed, you're screwed.
If it seems like I'm beating him up a bit, it's all in good fun. I love Cole like a brother, a younger brother, but a brother nonetheless. I love that Cole loves my kids. He's a kid at heart, and my boys always get excited when I tell him he's coming over. Like many of you, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends, but I keep a small circle. My wife has to often apologize for me when we're in large groups, because I don't talk much unless I know you. I mention this because if it seems like it's easy for me to stand up here and talk this much, it's only because I'm talking about Cole, and it's only because I love him. He's in this circle. These past few years have been some of the best in my life for several reasons, but one of the things I've noticed is Cole's been there. He's been there in some of our best times and in some of our worst times. He brought comfort when Michelle lost her grandmother or grandfather, and beer when we watched the Kraken game. It is my genuine honor to have stood beside you today on your wedding day, and I look forward to continuing to stand by you and Ashley in the years to come. I will always be here for you both, and I love you guys. Which brings me to my last topic, marriage. I've been married 13 years, and I've known my wife since we were 15 and 16. She's right here. So in closing, I feel both compelled and qualified to share my advice and my wishes for you too. When you two first met, you were attracted to each other. Attraction can eventually wither. Or, when attraction develops into love, it requires more care. When you like a flower, you pluck it and you give it to someone you love. When you love a flower, you water it daily. You nourish it, you give it proper sunlight and soil, and as you take care of it, you watch it grow and bloom in time and time again. Only after time do you fully experience its beauty, the freshness, the scent, the color, and the intricate little details as it changes over time. Marriage is like a flower. It's this kind of work that it takes to achieve your garden. So to continue to grow together. You may do it simultaneously, or you may do it at different paces, and that's okay. But if you're done growing, no matter how much your partner waters and puts into yourself or puts into your relationship, it's not going to grow. Communication. Learn to communicate the way your partner is most receptive to. When things seem to not be going right, ask yourself if you're communicating. I wish you both wisdom. You learn it on your own, but wisdom allows you to rely on your own instincts and draw on past personal experiences to help you determine how to handle your current problems. Be vulnerable with each other. I've found the deepest relationships I have are with people who I've either been vulnerable with or people who've been vulnerable with me and entrusted me to hold that vulnerability. Have lots of friends, but keep a small circle. Try to have kids. Your parents leave you too soon, and your spouse comes along too late in life. A sibling is there for it all. I'm lucky enough to have 2 brothers, 3 sisters, and a few siblings-in-law. My sister and brother-in-law are here tonight, and they're some of my best friends. The best thing you can give your kid is a sibling. Plus, you get to have sex again, Cole. Lastly, I'd like to apologize for taking more than the allotted 2 minutes. Ashley, I hope you're satisfied with my performance. It may be the best one you get all night. I love you guys.